Hello, my name is Nick. I live in the Villages. I live in the beautiful village of De Luna. We've been in the Villages for 2 years now, and we love it. Before we moved to the Villages, I was searching for information about the Villages, and I was watching YouTube videos, people with informations about the Villages. So I always hear 466, 466A, 44, Spanish Springs, Town Square, or Lake Sumter Square, but I couldn't figure out how they all situated. So I needed more kind of like where is what. So I was always curious to know where the villages are. So now that I'm here, I finally understand, and I'm assuming there's a lot of people that they are having the same question, so I decided to make a video explaining where is what in the villages. Here we go. Okay, please just bear with me. I will try to draw with the mouse as much as I can. So this is the villages. This is the outskirts of the villages on the east side. On the west side. And this is the outskirts of the east side. North and south. So the villages began to take place up here. This road is Highway 42. Some of them might forget the name. So below Highway 42, they start building the villages, and they build the first square named over here Spanish Springs. So over here is Spanish Springs Square. That was their first villages. So up here on 42, there is a lot of stores. Any store you need is up here. Stores, restaurants, outlets, little malls. So then they decide to go south. They start building south. So we have another road over here that is crossing the villages again from west to east. That's 466. And then more south, there's another road that is crossing again from west to east, and that's 466A. So when you hear the term between the sixes, you know it's between this road and this road over here. So that used to be the middle, almost the middle in the villages. Over here, somewhere here is Lake Sumter Square. So we have Spanish Springs, north from 466. 466A on the north side is Lake Sumter. On 466, things that I remember major is over here is Walmart Supercenter. On 466A, it's Lowe's. Somewhere here is Home Depot. And over here is Pinellas Plaza that has restaurants, banks, shops. All those roads are full of shops and stores and restaurants. So we have 42, the northern part, 466, 466A with Lake Sumter. Now farther down we have one more road called, let me try to draw it that way, 44. So 42, 466, 466A, and 44. All those roads are crossing the villages from west to east. those major roads over here, they are highways. This is Highway 75. Okay, now this one, if you keep going for an hour and a half, it will take you to Tampa. And this one is the Florida Turnpike. So this one, if you take in about an hour, it will take you to Orlando. We use it a lot because this highway, it will take you to the Orlando International Airport. So farther down, okay, let me just tell you about another major road. This one is just going outside the villages. It's called 301. Okay. If you take this road, it will take you to 75. Now, this road is outside the villages, just outside. You can see how close it is. It's a major road. This one I usually use all the time since I live up here. So I'm using 301 to get to the rest of the villages faster. There is two major roads that goes from north to south in the villages. This one called Buena Vista, and this one that goes north to south again is Morse Boulevard. So you have one, two, three, four that is crossing the villages from west to east, and then you have one outside the villages, two inside the villages, and one more that is actually you hardly gonna use this one here because this one is, I forgot the name of it, it's 441. Now this one is way outside the villages, as you can see, and is mostly is on the city of Leesburg. Now over here there is a small road that is crossing the villages on this side and calls Warm Springs. The Warm Springs will take you to Morse Boulevard. Okay, Warm Springs. Over here is the village, over here actually is the village of Fenny. Over here is the village of De Luna. So from here, there is another road comes within De Luna and is continuing here and it calls, the name is Mars Bend. It's actually going farther down. And this one over here that is crossing over here, it's 470. Now, to get an idea, we have Spanish Springs, it's all the way on the north. Lake Sumter is not in the middle anymore. It used to be in the middle, but now because of the villages, they came all the way down here. It looks like it's more on the north. I can see Brownwood being on the middle. Did I mention Brownwood Square? It's over here. It's over here, somewhere over here. Brownwood Square. Okay. So we have Spanish Springs, Lake Sumter, Brownwood Square. We have 466, 466A, 44, and then we have the Florida Turnpike and 75, those major highways that you're going to use to go either to Tampa, Orlando, or going up north. And then don't forget up here it's Ocala. Ocala is like a half an hour from Spanish Springs to the north side. Now, the villages they did expand further down. Somewhere here is Middleton. It's a new village that is for families that you don't have to be 55 to own here. So this is Middleton over here. There's a couple more villages over here, one here and here. And then they have a new village that it's over here. That's called Well Point. So now this one, oh, actually, before I tell you about this one, the villages are, they're going to have a new square and it's going to be somewhere here. The new square is going to be named Eastport. Supposedly it's going to be one of the best squares out there, European style, by the lake. Little streets and shops and restaurants and cafes and blah, blah, blah. Everybody's waiting for it. Now, this area became really, really popular. So everybody is waiting for Eastport. And if, as they say, Eastport is going to be the way they talk about, it's going to be the hot spot in the villages. It is on the south side. Well Point right now is selling houses. I think most of them are sold, but I think they're still available. So this is the most, right now, the closest and the most convenient village to Eastport. There is some villages on the south, but a lot of people, they want to be on the north side because they want to have easy access to the rest of the villages. Now, Spanish Springs on the north, Lake Sumter still on the north, Brownwood now in the middle. Over here, somewhere here, you can find Edna's in the Park. It's another little place that plays music, good food, beautiful area, Edna's in the Park. Down here, we have another small shopping area and music called Sawgrass. Just to give you an idea where everything is situated. So we have Sawgrass, we have Spanish Springs, Lake Sumter, Brownwood Square, Sawgrass, and Eastport. So this is how the villages are: west to east, north to south. Buena Vista. Buena Vista, it's a beautiful street with palm trees, greeneries, flowers. It's amazing. The only bad thing with it, it has 100, how you call those, squares, roundabouts. So I'm trying to avoid all these roundabouts. So that's why I use 301. I go all the way up here. Over here, I think is 42, another little 442. So I cut through and I come to Lake Sumter. So this is the villages. I hope this helped you understand what everything is. One more time: Spanish Springs on the north, Lake Sumter, Brownwood, Sawgrass, and the anticipated new square Eastport is all the way down here. I'm assuming there's going to be some villages around here, but I have a feeling they're going to be sold as soon as they put up, as soon as they put them up, because everybody wants to be around Eastport. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. That will help. See you next time.